Good afternoon, everyone. How is it going for all of you guys? It's the winter season, and winter
Good
season brings
afternoon,
out
everyone. How is it
a lot
going
of
for all
tournaments.
of you
But right
guys?
now, you are currently watching the Winter Showdown Season 1, and I believe it's the matches of the top 16 teams out here competing for a total prize pool of 20,000 INR. On top of that, it was quite a journey. After 256 teams, we've got our top 16 already out here. So currently, it's Team Azalea Bloom versus Team Weekend on Thursday. So on to the right side, on to your left side, which is having the first pick, we got Azalea Bloom. And of course, onto the other side, it's Weekend on Thursday as well. And it's gonna be a best of 3 series. So you can just sit back and enjoy the whole match that we've brought you today. It's currently the first match, and we are in the drafting phase already. Looking at the current bans and the draft right now, I'm seeing a lot of target bans. It's gonna be, oh wait, a Grog, Zushin, Eve, and a Yuzhong altogether. Interestingly enough, we've seen a Sora getting a first pick out here, followed by a CC and a Farsa all together. Sora, the new hero, of course, not that new anymore. He's been quite, and let's say he's the latest addition that's been added up. But oh well, we see a Leo Mord out here as well. Of course, the craze for Leo Mord has been quite up, especially especially after M7 has been completed, right? But I do like the Leo Mort pick that's coming up personally, and he does deal a lot of damage. He does have a lot of that spell vamp altogether, so I can definitely see the Leo Mort going on to the jungle, followed by the Sora. So a lot of AoE is coming up for this from the side of Azalea Bloom actually. But followed up, we got the one of the top picked mages out here, the Farsa, with the range, with those burst damages from defeated airstrike, a lot of, we can say, a lot of zoning potential can be brought up from the side of Team Weekend on Thursday. That is WOT. And CC as well. We do not know if it's an XP CC or a gold CC as of now, since there's a Chow as well. Chow can be pushed into the Rome can be pushed into, I think, almost every lane so far. So altogether, it's gonna be. Oh wait, it is a 6 ban system. So Kadita and Carry will be out. Carry definitely acceptable because of Leomord and Gatotkacha being there. Of course, Sora as well. So she does pose a huge threat for the side of Azalea Bloom, since they do have all those tanky heroes all together. The frontliners, they're gonna be getting melted out if Weekend on Thursday they have the carry on their side as a marksman. So we've got that out of the way. We got a Lancelot all together. There's no one from the side of Azalea Bloom to stop the Lancelot. So that is quite a good pick. After Leo Mort, I would say he does have a lot of mobility. And not to mention, if you do build the brute force on him, he does get a bit tankier to deal with. So altogether, mid lane, however, a bit interesting. We got, oh, it's Neko's Queen on Selena. Okay, interesting. It's been a long time since we've seen that name, but those who are familiar will know who Neko's Queen is. But leaving that aside, that's one of his signature picks, I believe. But followed up, it's gonna be an Esmeralda as well. So fighter, double fighter in the lane, and Chow in the roam as well. Quite an interesting draft. And on top of that, I do like that one focuses quite on team fights, while the other is quite focused on the pick-off composition. So all together, it's gonna be Leomord onto the jungle, followed up by a Lancelot. Going against each other, Gacha onto the roam, a lot of AoE for the side of Azalea Bloom, and I'm quite interested if it's gonna be a Esmeralda onto the gold lane or a CC onto the gold lane. We'll find out. Okay, it's a CC. Both the teams have gone for double fighter combo, so we'll find out in a while. But hey, it's gonna be the first batch of this best of three series. We've got two best of threes this afternoon and two more best of threes at night. So right now, I hope you guys are enjoying the day, and hopefully we get to see a lot of action packed matches out here right off the bat. Of course, we're gonna be seeing a lot of ooh Chow onto the jungle, right? Since he does have a lot of that mobility, he's gonna be going around providing the visions altogether. Farsa followed up as well. She does have those wings by wings passive, but of course it's gonna be immune to the Selena's trap, of course. Yeah, we got it. We gotta get it off, but oh, it's a Ruby and an Esmeralda onto the gold lane, but top lane, a bit of a pressure, but not really. On top of that, Adu on that Lancelot, he might be in a bit big of a trouble, but not much, since he does have his dashes around altogether. So that was quite a cheeky move coming in from Lancelot, going around onto the enemy jungle, trying to get level 4 as fast as possible, while slowing down Leo Mort as well, since he does depend on his level 4 on his Barbiel to start dealing all those damage and those mobility. So we've got to see that around Turtle. 15 seconds onto the bottom lane, but top lane, a little bit of a trouble. We get to see Barbiel come in now, but Chow as well, Lancelot going in. He's gonna be still escaping with the help of Revitalize coming in, though a lot of casualties coming in. First blood there. And of course, Kumio, another kill followed up, but Yursuke is gonna be getting taken down. 2-for-1 trade, another. It's gonna be a 3-for-1 trade right off the bat for the side of Azalea Bloom, and they do secure a bit more objective before the turtle. The map is gonna be broken walls, so it's gonna be a bit more interesting for them. But right now the fight is still going around, preventing each team from starting the turtle altogether. Katotkacha not yet still level 4, so he kinda needs to get that AOG so that he can start with the zoning. But of course, a little bit of poke here and there. Oh, okay. Anyway, my bad. There
It
was a bit of
happens,
an
Evo. It
issue from my
happens.
side, but of course, yeah. I'm back. I'm back. Actually, I'm back. But let's get a deduction going around. 4-for-1 trade and not much of a gold difference around first. 1k gold lead for the side of Azalea Bloom as of now, and Turtle onto their side as well. So quite we can say that the gank was successful onto their side, but Sora, of course, he does have a lot of damage, and you would not want to go against a Sora right now when he has his level 4 altogether, especially his Thunder form. It's just too hard to deal with, and there is absolutely no way that you can stop when he does use the level ultimate altogether. But followed up right now, we get a taunt coming in, and Lancelot, he does dashes out away, and it's gonna be a safe and sound situation for the side of Weekend on Thursday. But it's early game is not looking good for the side. Leomort is there into the bush hiding, and Echo Scream is gonna be missing out. But the Barbie, yeah, he misses out his horse for some reason. AOG onto the backline, followed up by Sora giving the backup. A lot of thumbs coming in, but Gumo is gonna be getting taken down onto the other side. Echo Scream versus Adui is gonna be getting out. And that was a 1-for-1 trade, although Weekend on Thursday, they do have a bit of less of the lead. Still something is better than nothing. Once again, Turtle onto the bottom lane, onto the EXP side, which means both the teams, maybe would be starting to go around the turtle as well, already positioning Weekend on Thursday, trying to go around, trying to zone out Team Azalea Bloom as of now. And so far, they do spot out the Kacha as well. But I have not seen Neko Scream hit those abyssal arrows up altogether, so it might be a problem since she's kind of a single target hero among all of these AoEs. Apparently, I would have preferred a Luo Yi or maybe a Yi altogether, but of course, a turtle around, no one to contest. Leomord will be taking it out, but onto the back line. Fettered airstrike coming in. CC would be taken down, followed up by Neko Scream, 1-for-1 trade, and Chow as well. Leomord dealing a lot of damage, but Sora is missing out his skills too much. Lancelot would be taken down in the hands. That was a 5-for-5 5 versus 5 situation, and Azalea Bloom definitely coming out on top. Look at that, still AOG onto Farsa, but she would still be escaping with her Wings by Wings combo. Vin, onto the other hand, trying to deal a bit more damage. She gets the hook from Ruby, but she would still survive. It's an Esmeralda, of course, so we can just say that she's going to be going around healing, giving all those shields and everything, but it's not looking great for the side of Team Weekend on Thursday. For now, I would say they do need some of those farms altogether since their composition lies into the mid to late game personally. But Farsa, where are you going? That was time. She's gonna be getting out in the hands of Selena. Not a good start, but Adu as well. A 1-for-1, a 1 versus 1, and that is 2 people down again. 11-3 score in 7 minutes into the game, and a goal lead of 3k in the hands of Azalea Bloom. Personally, in team fights, I would say Team Weekend on Thursday is not looking really having the upper hand. They do not have the upper hand in any of the team fights altogether, unless they can single out one person and take them out. But since Leomord, he does have that level advantage and that gold advantage onto their hands, he can be a bit more aggressive, followed up by the backup from Sora and Gatot Kacha altogether. So we can definitely see why the Leomord is being a lot bold. But third turtle on for the contest, and it seems like Weekend on Thursday they won't be going for the turtle at all. They know that they're at a disadvantage, so they would be getting it off. But Lancelot just trying to go for a little bit of split push, but won't be successful out here since he can't really confront a Leomord in a 1v1 as of now. As we are seeing, Evestein gets taken out right in the mid lane as well. Sora just used up his cloud form, but then again, it's a Chow. You can be careful. Bottom lane as well. What, 2 versus 1? Lancelot does take out Yursuke out there. ALG will be missing out on to no one. Would be connecting into the Natalia side to get into the game. But out here, I'm currently liking that Team Azalea Bloom. They do have they have been providing a lot of backup for the teammates in almost all of the time. So a lot of interruptions from that Ruby as well. So preventing Lancelot from dashing, even the CC as well. But it's not much enough unless the Abyssal Arrow does hit CC. She's just too tanky, of course. But Gumo's gonna be getting taken down while trying to protect his teammates altogether. So once again, another kill for the side of Azalea Bloom. 13-4 score. It's not looking great for your side. But Weekend on Thursday, what can they do as of now? The goal lead is just getting out of hand. It's almost 4 to 5k goal lead into their hands. Their only way would be to give the farm to Esmeralda and to the Lancelot as well, since Esmeralda is going to be the main focus onto the late game. They've got to stretch this game altogether towards the late. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit more problem for the side if the game decides to end early. And I would say Azalea Bloom, they would be certainly trying to end the game before Esmeralda gets a hand on on those core items altogether, right? But I do like that Azalea Bloom, they are just zoning out team weekend on Thursday to get up all together. Chow getting caught up, still surviving. Look at all those dashes, but no, he's gonna be getting out in the hands of Sora. Altogether, Lord started as well, but oh my goodness. That is an uncontested Lord for their side. Esmeralda being too tanky, but of course, you can't really have too much aggression, otherwise, it's gonna be quite a game over for us. And one small mistake, and it might just go on to the enemies. But right now, Selena just out here giving all those stuns, but onto the backline for Azalea Bloom as well. Esmeralda just trying to go for Zora. Since she is a lot tanky, she can definitely go for those as well. And personally, I think that is the only reason they are still surviving. But Chow, look at that wave the dragon connected, but it's not gonna be a damage Chow. It's gonna be a roam Chow. So of course, defended airstrike to go for the zone as well. Nego's Queen gets taken out in the hands of a do, followed up by AOG using defensively. He's gonna be getting away, and the rest of the team would be going back to fight for the Lord. In defense of their turrets as well. They've got to defend the turrets. The Holy Shield is still up, so they can use it to their advantage since it's gonna be the 12-minute mark already. But you wouldn't want to pop out the Holy Shield, I guess. But oh my goodness, another one falling down for the side of Win on Thursday. Look at that though. Nilu definitely taking the revenge for Chow. It's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade for the side, but still looking at the goal lead, surprisingly, it is not much. There's not much difference. It's just 4.6k on to the lead for the side of Azalea Bloom. So not much too big of a goal difference to deal with. It's just being constant, but still there is a lot of difference. Followed up though, looking at the Esmeralda, it seems like she has no intention of letting it go away. Nicholas Cream, of course, but a beautiful AoE from Zora, 3-man ult, and of course the Cloud Buster. Oh my goodness, look at that, a lot of people falling out here and there. Killing spree for Zora and a mega kill followed up, so that is 2-for-2 trade coming in. Still going after Vin, going after an Esmeralda. I'm not quite sure if that is a good decision to go with, since this is an Esmeralda and there's no one to really melt her as of now. Currently, I would say that Esmeralda is being a lot of problem, but Leomord out here being the damage dealers. Oh my goodness, Forza is not going to be surviving that as well, so that is a 2-for-0 and a 2 versus 1 kill in Hazard Yerske. Still not a good decision to go against. If she had her wings by wings, she could have gone back, and a Lord would be uncontested for the side of Azalea Bloom once again. For team weekend on Thursday to deal with, it's just too much. But then again, it's a best of 3 series, so you can go around checking the drafts of the other teams, just testing the waters. There's still you still got one more chance even if you do lose out the first match. So if they do have a game plan, then they can definitely be a lot confident around this area. But as of now, with the turret difference, it's just the inhibitor turret remaining for the side of weekend on Thursday. But Azalea Bloom, they do have the second lord into their hands as well. And Malefic Gun taken by a Jew. Still, that is an Esmeralda. Okay. 4 people after Esmeralda tailing behind, but that is Yursuke getting taken out since he was quite alone as well. And Lancelot Seems like Wigan on Thursday they might have the chance of having a comeback altogether. I do not see any lane freezes or any singling out from the side of Azalea Bloom, which might be one of the issues for them starting to lose. But AOG perfectly on to Lancelot. I might be wrong here. A flicker onto the Chow, but he's not gonna be connecting his way to the dragon. Onto the backline as well. Neko's Queen. Oh my goodness, against an Esmeralda. She's gonna be getting taken out. Followed up by Gumo on that Ruby. Oh goodness, 2 for 1 trade. The Lord is in the base. They do take out one of the base structures. And Esmeralda just going around dealing all this damage. Melting, of course, falling Star Moon on to first on the Gatokacha, and a lot of hooks coming in from Ruby just to help him escape. He does escape. Falling Star Moon is not gonna be there for to save them. And still though they do lose 2 of their main structures, which means the enhanced minions are gonna be pouring around. They have got to keep their eyes onto the lanes altogether. Otherwise, it's gonna be one wrong move and it's gonna be hard for them to defend the whole base. Again, still 40 minutes on to 40 seconds on Lord, but with the dragon connected and a lot of skirmishes going on. 2 people connected beautifully from Sora. Again, Cloudbuster getting popped out AOG as well. And the fitted airstrike, a huge interruption coming in. But look at Gumo and his HP really low. AOG too late for now, but that might be a mistake getting out from first. He's gonna be getting taken out. Another Cloudbuster, but a monster secured by Afterglow on that Zora. Altogether, I think that's almost as far as he can go right now before he can do any more damage. Nicho's Queen out here, maybe trying to target for Farsa, but he'll be missing out on that Abyssal Arrow, and Farsa's gonna be flickering, taking him out. That was quite a good 1 versus 1 situation, if I have to say, but still, comeback is looking possible for the side of Weekend on Tuesday that we're gonna be seeing. But this is gonna be the third Lord of the game as of now. Looking at the itemizations as well, most of the core items have been completed. Altogether, it's just almost the last 1 or 2 itemizations. Looking at Leomord, of course, he does have a full build, so he's gonna be going around being a bit more tanky. Onto Max, he's gonna be getting that shut down, and Epstein followed up as well. 1 for 1 trade coming in, a lot of Esmeralda, and an AoE from Sora. Cloudbuster once again onto Gomo. It's gonna be the Chow, still Esmeralda just going around, being a menace onto having a killing spree as well. This is why you do not give the farm to an Esmeralda. She's just too much tanky. Look at the flicker. It's gonna be going around onto Neko's Scream. She's gonna be getting that mega, and Lancelot just escaping with that slither of HP right now. A lot of brawl matches kind of getting on for your side. Securing a winter crown onto CC. A bit interesting, but I guess to escape the ALG and the Cloudbuster from Sora altogether. And right now there's not much anyone to contest onto that Lord for the side of Weekend on Thursday. So it might be a free Lord for your side. But looking at Team Azalea Bloom trying to contest for the trailer, look at Sora trying to go around for the Lancelot, who's gonna be getting the Lord. I have no idea. It's gonna be a Jew onto your side. CC getting a double, and it might be a triple, but no, Max is gonna be going for Gumo, and it's gonna be a 2 for 1 trade. Again, counter strike coming in from Azalea Bloom, but after that airstrike does deal damage, and CC is gonna be getting taken out. Vin just trying to get the revenge on Yursuke, and another hook from Ruby as well. Nicholas Queen out there just trying their best. Oh, it's gonna be an enhanced Lord as well, so it's gonna be a bit hard for them to defend onto your side, but they do have a lot of structures remaining, so they will still be surviving. Looking at the goal lead, the tides have turned, and the Gold is in the favor of Team Weekend on Thursday. As of now, looking, oh my goodness, Esmeralda did get her blood wings, which is gonna be giving her more tankiness and a lot of shield regeneration as well. But fitted airstrike, just to get them away, just to scare them. Yes, that is a good option. But right now for Team Azalea Bloom, they can't really afford more mistakes since Esmeralda is a lot farmed. You have to take out the other members for them to keep safe. But right now, Chow might be in danger. Oh, it's gonna be the CC, not the Chow. Sorry, but yes, CC a bit of that misplacement around the position. So she's gonna be getting taken out. Chow to the rescue. On to Max. Gets on, but he's not gonna be using his way of the dragon. It's a full-on brawl fight for both the teams, and I do not see the game going anywhere even after the 20 almost 21-minute mark. Just too much around because it's a double fighter combo. On top of that, that's a lot of good tanky frontliners altogether, both the teams, honestly, actually. So even the junglers, they are a bit tanky because they have their brute forces up all together. Lancelot as well. He's gonna be going for the semi-tank build, most probably. And on top of that, the Lord. It's gonna be the fourth Lord of this match. Another enhanced Lord altogether. There's gonna be a bit of those Lord fights, Lord dances around, but right now Azalea Blue, they do have the higher advantage into this game. But Chow, look at that, a flicker. We have the dragon coming in, another flicker up, but Neko Scream is gonna be getting taken out and has a Farsa, followed up by Leomore trying to secure the Lord, followed up with a killing spree onto Nilo, who's gonna be getting the Lord. Is gonna be a Jew onto the Lancelot, just winning out the retribution game, and Yursuke is gonna be getting taken down as well. And Team Azalea Bloom, it looks like they might be in trouble, but there is still a 3 versus 3 situation. Esmeralda trying out Cloudbuster, busted out by Sora. Altogether, 2 people down for the cost of 2 people for the side of Vegan on Thursday as well. Farsa getting marked out by Gatasacha, but he's gonna be getting away. And look at Esmeralda. Gumo still trying to survive, and he does. There is no one to chase after him. The Lord is going to be marching in from the top lane. And this might just be a game end situation for their side. Oof. It's looking a bit hard. But still 73 to 69. So that's almost 4k goal lead in the hands of Team Vegan on Thursday. A lot more interesting, but Adu getting the Queen's Wing as well. Another tanky item, but looking at the game, it might just stretch up to a whole lot. Maybe a 30 minutes plus game altogether. But still, the whole situation, I would say the map control is definitely divided between both the teams, and they're just desperately trying to get the whole control, trying to get the game, because as long as this game stretches, it's gonna be really hard for them to even end, because they've got 4 tanky frontliners for both the teams and 2 damage dealers from the backline, which is gonna be the mages altogether. This is Selena and the Farsa. Apart from those 2, rest of them are so much tanky that they're just, they're just there soaking up all those damages. Another wait for the Lord at 10 seconds onto the top lane, and Azalea Bloom still not giving up. But I would say Team Weekend on Thursday, they might be looking to contest for the Lord, but right now Leo Mod RBL, as of now, Chow trying to mark on Echo's Queen, but he's gonna be getting out. A fatal mistake coming in, and an interruption from Sora and Gatotkacha altogether revitalized popped out. CC getting melted out. Neko Scream is gonna be getting him out. Two people down for the side of Weekend on Thursday. They might just force an end altogether, but unstoppable for Vin. And still, minions are in the base. Farsa might be in trouble. Of course, Neko Scream is gonna be getting him out, which means Aju and Vin are the only ones remaining to defend the base, trying to get away with the Phantom Execution, but no, it's gonna be a double kill secured. Esmeralda alone, how is she gonna be defending? Because she's gonna be getting interrupted a lot. Azalea Bloom desperately trying to end the game, and first match of this best of 3 series into the hands of Team Azalea Bloom. Finally, after a gruesome 25-26 minute match. That is just too much to deal with. But surprisingly, Esmeralda, she did not die a single time in this first match. 5-0-10, that is quite an impressive KDA, especially when you were having the lower disadvantage on your side. But overall teamfight participation and the damage given from Esmeralda, that is a 34%, and a lot, oh my goodness, Esmeralda was the one being out there. 71% teamfight participation is a bit it's a bit surprising, see, but I would say that she was the one who was initiating most of the fights and staying into the whole the whole brawl, because she was out there soaking up all the damage coming in from the side of Azalea Bloom. But the last stretch from their side was the problem. The fight before the Lord, they did make a huge mistake, especially when Chao was trying to mark Neko's Queen and he was failing miserably. So it could have been a good flicker with the dragon combo, but he missed out on that, and because of that, they were able to give Team Azalea Bloom the chance to counter attack on Weekend on Thursday altogether. So that might have been a slight bit of issue, a bit impatient for the first match to end. But I get it. It was a 25 minutes match, so we can definitely get it out. But still, it's still the first match, and you know, just the first match.
At the start of each
Of
round,
best of 3,
you will receive random
we still
chaos
got
fragments that boost your power.
2 more matches.
You can also refresh
and another
fragments to
best of 3
re-roll their
so
effects
we'll be
with
right
2
back
refreshes
before
per
the
round.
start.
The game offers a wide variety of fragments, each with unique effects, so you can mix and match to create your own playstyle. For example, tank fragments make your hero tougher and deal damage back to attackers. Marksmen who pick range-enhancing fragments can safely deal damage from afar. And that's just the start! Countless other powerful fragments and combinations are ready for you to try. As rounds progress, the Annihilation Tide starts shrinking across the map. Heroes outside the tide take sustained damage. Master this mechanic, and it can swing the battle in your favor. For instance, heroes with knockback or displacement abilities can push enemies into the tide. Surprise your opponents and watch them struggle against the sustained damage. The new 3 vs 3 mode, Chaos Clash, is coming soon. With a variety of chaos fragments, every match brings a fresh experience. The shrinking zone adds fast-paced, thrilling action, and new map buffs further empower heroes. Exciting, innovative, and powerful new strategies await. Are you ready to try them all?
Clouds, follow my flow. Let the shifting cloud witness our adventure.
Creators, streamers, and gamers. Listen. Do you wanna get famous? Well, now's the chance. We are kickstarting our journey with MOA 5v5 community, connecting creators, brands, and tournaments like never before. If you love content, collabs, and gaming energy, TechTX is where you belong. Whether you create, sponsor, or host, TechTX is your bridge to visibility and growth. Tactical solutions by gamers for creators, built for impact. Let's grow together.
A brand new mode is coming to MLBB, Chaos Clash. Team up in trios, begin at level 3, and fight on a fresh map with no minions or turrets. During the preparation phase, grab Chaos Fragments to boost your power. As the match goes on, the Annihilation Tide emerges, pushing the action to the limit. Here's a closer look at how this new mode works. Chaos Clash is a multi-round 3 versus 3 mode. Wipe out the entire enemy team to win the round. Teams lose HP each time they are defeated. If a team's HP drops to 0, they're eliminated. Rounds continue until only one champion remains. When there's an odd number of teams, one team will sit out the round. After certain rounds, heroes automatically level up and earn gold. Use this time to buy equipment and boost your power. All full equipment except boots costs 2,000 gold. From round 11 onwards, teams earn bonus gold. Adapt your loadout and strategy to stay ahead. At the start of each round, you will receive random chaos fragments that boost your power. You can also refresh fragments to re-roll their effects, with 2 refreshes per round. The game offers a wide variety of fragments, each with unique effects, so you can mix and match to create your own playstyle. For example, tank fragments make your hero tougher and deal damage back to attackers. Marksmen who pick range-enhancing fragments can safely deal damage from afar. And that's just the start! Countless other powerful fragments and combinations are ready for you to try.
All right, back to the game number 2. After Azalea Bloom have taken out team, we cannot just stay on in the first match. It's gonna be the side change. It's gonna be the second match of this best of 3 series. The question still remains, will Azalea Bloom go for a full 2-0 clean sweep, or is team WOT gonna make a comeback onto the caster's desk this time? It's me, Zivo, and we got another one as well. It's Celestia. She's gonna be joining us in this match.
Hello, Zivo. How are you?
I'm currently doing well. It's been so long. I have not seen you. I've not been really active myself as well. How about you though? How have you been?
I mean, it's been a long time. I was on a really on my break, or if I have to say, a hibernation maybe. And again, here we are together casting, and I just miss casting together. Those times we used to be together, and here we are today, and it's kind of very exciting, and I'm very happy today we are here and we're gonna cast this match. And already I just saw that Azalea Bloom, they just won the first round, and that was like a pretty long match, but the fact is they just won the first round, and it's gonna be a second round, and if Azalea takes this wins, then they are gonna proceed to the next match. But the fact is also the opponent teams, they are also quite good with their game style and everything, and they were able to hold, so maybe this match can be a comeback for them. So what do you think, Zivo, like whether they will make the comeback?
Honestly, I do see the possibilities of Team WOT making the comeback altogether, because the first game they were so consistent. They were very perseverant on their side as well. So we can definitely expect you know, a full on brawl fight once again, like the first match that we saw towards their side. But right now, looking at the draft, I am liking that they picked up a Valentina for the Sora altogether, because I feel like she is one of the only counters for Sora as of now, currently, followed up by a Grok. So it's a pretty CC heavy team, but we get a Fanny. Interesting enough. Fanny's gonna be hard to catch though, but there's a Hilda, so there should not be much of a problem. What do you say?
Exactly. Hilda is the most, the annoying rumor for especially the junglers and assassins because she is gonna harass a lot, to be honest. And the thing about this, Fanny, the risk guy, he is really good with this Fanny. Like I have seen him playing Fanny a lot of times. So whenever he is onto the Fanny, he has just like outshine the match. And I'm just hoping to see again this part. And right now they're just prioritizing to take the Kadita into the is it Kadita into the mid, or they're just thinking about it, or Valentina go to
Ooh.
Marsha?
Ooh, wait. I think it's in Valentina onto the EXP and the Farsa onto the mid
Yes.
for that countermeasure. But I feel like if you pick that up, the whole team becomes a tad bit more squishy for your side. Grog being the only front liner, Fanny, she does have a lot of mobility altogether, but it might work. I don't know. It works on paper, but if you go for a team like that, a Fredrin and a Lapu, uh, you need someone to melt.
The picks are quite interesting from both of the side, and the weekend enters. They are just going with this, very front liners, the tanky, the chunky ones, and the damage dealer will be this Kimi, and as well followed by the Sora. But the fact is, the team Azalea Bloom, they got the priority onto themselves, and it's gonna be the carry who's gonna melt down those chunky heroes, the Sora, Hilda, thus Fredrin and Lapu. But the fact is, the Lapu Lapu is there with his ultimate figure combo. He can target on one of the damage dealers, and especially Valentina, she can copy it down and counter it. But the fact is, she is a mage and she's gonna be a little weak. She won't have that much of a sustain. So the thing is, she need to be more careful into the early game so she won't get taken out like many times. And I guess it's gonna be really pretty interesting. Like the draft is so like let's say another has a really chunky fronty like a wall, and another has a very squishy, like a rabbit just hopping around. I mean, like pretty amazing to see the how they're gonna just like execute everything into this match.
So it's kind of like damage versus you know damage versus rocks kind of type of team matchup. But the fact that the Valentina onto the EXP might pose a bit of that trouble is because that even if she gets those ultimates, like you said, the Lapu and the Sora ultimate, she's just too squishy, and there's no one except for Grok on the front line. So she's gonna either have to go for a you know, half damage, half tanky build, or it's gonna be hard for their side. But just some early game skirmishes going around. It's a Fanny, so Kimi has to be careful as well.
Exactly. The Fanny having the mobility with the damage can just come and just take you down. But the fact is both of the teams are not starting any reckless fights right now. Both of them are focusing on getting those farms. Ooh, a little bit of pokes into the bottom lane, and Valentina dealing a good amount of damage to the Lapo. That's pretty interesting. And onto the top lane, maybe a little bit of skirmish will be happening over there because both of the roamers are there providing a vision, and also the Fanny is farming up, so she might go for a fight, or whether they're gonna just go and wait for the turtle to spawn and just wait for that time and more focus on getting the objectives.
hmm for the side team, Azalea Bloom out here. Oh my goodness, Fanny. Oh, wait. Actually, oh my goodness, the Lethal Ignition did the thing. So Ross out for the first for the first split. But yeah, back to my point, right? For Azalea Bloom, they would not want to stretch the game too much onto the late, because there's four tanky frontliners for the side of Team WOT, and honestly, even if Farsa and Valentina have those damages, they can't really one shot burst them anymore. If it reaches mid to late game, right? So they have to be careful to end it. But that's a lot of intervention coming in from their side.
Exactly, you are totally right. Because also they have a really good, the Lapu Lapu, so he can go and mark on the backlash. But the fact is, a little bit of garbage out to the river area. Tata then started. Oh, the Fanny diving in, but the Tata will be going on the side of the team W8. And then the Hilda will be getting it as well. The Fred trade. Lapu Lapu will be securing the. Ooh, also the Vayne will be shutting the Eurosiki. That was amazing. They were able to get the four traits as well, the objective, and the way they sustained and as well the damage was provided. They were not able to do anything because there are chunky heroes in front of you and you are dealing in damage, but you don't have the itemization. So what you will able to do that much, because Fanny's trying to, but also the frontliners is there to stop her out. And this situation, just make the WOT just get all the trades because they have the thing. But right now the feather Astra coming in from the far side, and the Hilda will be shutting down the Fanny again. And that's the thing I say, the Hilda is very annoying for the assassins. He will be there to deal the damage, but ooh, the Nikos who I'm just take down the Hilda for going more and extending those fight.
Yeah, Hilda's always a problem, especially when you have those, Lancelot or Fenny onto your side. She just deals, she just interrupts too much. And on top of that, she does have that stun as well. So, oh my goodness, it's going to be hard. But yes, Max is going to be the main damage dealer for the side of Team Azalea Bloom as of now. Epstein too high on that lane cut, if I have to say, but he's a Lapu. I think he can get away unless he's starting a team fight.
Ooh, that was great. The bravest fight as well, the flicker, but he's not able to mark onto the Farsha. But ooh, we can see the Croc is there as well for the Astra coming from the Farsha, where they're dealing a good amount of damage, but they are really tanky, so they are not able to melt them down. That was a quite great start, but ooh, we can see the tectonic charts coming in on. But the HP is melting down, and the Vayne getting the damage from the first kill and just taking down the Grog. And Farsha is it's a Valentina into a really bad positioning, and she gets the shut down and with the double kill onto that Valentina. But meanwhile, the Fanny will be taking down the Hilda. That was pretty amazing. Also, the Bravest Fighter has just popped in, but no, he won't be able to mark. And also, we can see the Feather Airstrike as well. The Fanny coming with the steel cables over there, but the Lapu Lapu will be getting the shutdown. We needs to back off right now because any time the Fanny can dive in, but the Croc will be coming up, and ooh, we can see the Fanny just trying to go in, but no, she decided to get the turtle, and the flicker just saved out the Kimi. Meanwhile, the Sora just shut down the carry onto the top lane. That was pretty amazing. But into the river area, we can see the
Oh my
retribution coming.
goodness.
Veteran taking away the second objective. Ooh, the bongo started there, and she was almost saved out. But the fact is, Hilda just typed in, and the Fanny was just taken down.
Honestly, a bit of overextension from the side of Team WOT, but it was made up when Azalea Bloom decided to go for more than what they can chew. And a Sora against the carry matchup is a bit hard for their side to deal with. So my suggestion would be to, get it off, get Valentina onto the gold lane, and then carry onto the EXP so that she can farm up. But right now, another team fight.
Ooh, there's another team fight coming in, and the further airstrike coming in. Fanny's just surviving out a severe amount of HP, and the Farsha also using her passive of the Flyify, and she needs to back off right now. The thing is, the team Azalea Bloom, they have the damage output, but the fact is, the team WOT, they are too much tanky to just get melted down easily in 1, 2, 3 shots. So they better, farm up well, especially the carry. She is the main one who can melt those tanky heroes. But the fact is, she can melt down like how many? Because there are like 4 tanky heroes, and she needs to melt down this all at one time in team fight, and she needs a really good support. But the fact is, Lapu Lapu is the one who can dive in with the flicker alt combo. He can target onto their damage dealers. So it's like they have to be really careful with with their positioning and their team fights. But meanwhile, into the top lane, Sora just having the damage, but Hilda will be shutting down over there, and that was pretty amazing. And also the turret has been taken out, and the team WOT, they are doing pretty fine. But into the bottom lane, the Fanny diving with the cables. That was so pretty cables coming from the Fanny, and the Fanny will be getting the kill onto the Lapu Lapu, and meanwhile also the Farsha gets the kill onto the top lane.
The farm from the side of Azalea Bloom is definitely being a menace for the side of Team WOT as of now. Even if they get the objectives onto their side, there's not much of a farm difference, just a bit for 3k gold lead onto their side, but still it does not stop Azalea Bloom from getting those damage onto their side. But oh my goodness, Sora will be out with the feathered airstrike. Turtle onto the contest, still secured by Nilu out there.
Who that was a quite great damage by the Farsha, the feather airstrike just taking down Sora. But the fact was, Fanny trying to get the objective, but the retribution coming from the Federal was so good onto the point, and he was able to secure 3 of the objective. But the fight going onto the middle, and the Hilda will be just taking down the Valentina, and the Fanny is trying to dive in also, but she needs to be careful with the cables over there onto the top, and the carry pushing the first tier turret of the top lane as well. The feather airstrike dealing a good amount of damage right now, and the Croc is there to provide the vision, but the Hilda trying to just harass that Grok over there dealing a damage, and also she need to be careful because she's going around the jungle area of the opponent, so the backup will be coming at first. But onto the bottom lane, the Fanny's there trying to split push and take down the tower, but onto the river area the respective roamers are giving the vision an all stop, but the Lapu Lapu finds it out that thing, and he just dive in, to not let the Fanny do the split push on also onto the middle lane. A little bit of skirmish happening, a team fight can pop in, and also the feather airstrike coming in from the far side dealing good amount of damage. The Grok is so low onto the HP, and the Sora will be diving in. Fedrin goes in the turret, but the turret damage is so high, he gets taken down. The Sora has started the fight, and that will be the reckless move, and the double kill coming from the Farsha. The Sora has been taken down as well. The Hilda will be getting the shutdown. 3 of the members are down.
Yep, overextension coming in from the side of Team WOT right now. A bit too much. I would say a bit too much of that aggression onto your side, given that even if they are really tanky, they do not have much of the damage. Kimi is the only one providing the damage altogether, and if you get a lot of those interruptions, it's just gonna be good as nothing. So for their side, if Valentina has that Sora or the Lapu Celt, it's gonna be a lot more interruption with the tech charge coming in from the Grok as well. So they have to be a lot more careful. Not to mention Fanny is just going around split pushing almost everything. Since she has a lot of mobility, they have to give a check around their whole map as well. That is another problem for the side of Team WOT as of now, and they can't really go for the contest as well unless they start another team fight before the Lord, which is a bit of a risky move, I would say, but Yursuke out there.
Exactly, but he is very fearless, and he has the thing about the fan. He's so good with it, and he's trying his best to just spread push and take down structures, which is really important, and just giving the priority. And we can see a damage coming from the Farsha giving it for the airstrike, but also the Lapu Lapu dives in into a really low HP, and the Lapu Lapu is trying to take down, and he gets the kill onto the Farsha, and also onto the carry, almost get taken down from the Sora's damage. She needs to be careful, but the damage coming in from the Sora is so good. But no, the Fredrin will be getting a shutdown from the Fanny. Damage popping in from the Sora as well as diving in, but the tectonic charge comes in though. The Valentina gets the shutdown as well. The Sora will be taken down. 2 of the members taken down, but meanwhile also the carry deals a great amount of damage and takes down their main damage dealer. That will be the Kimi, and only the 2 frontlines and surviving out. That was a really good trade, and also the Fanny was able to take down the turrets, so it's like well trade for the Azalea Bloom. And with that, I guess they're starting with this Lord Dance, and the Lapu Lapu is there to give the vision, but the fact is they don't have the main damage dealer, so Lapu Lapu needs to jump in with that reverse fighter, but no, the damage coming from the carry melts him down as well. We can see the first lot is into the hands of the team Azalea Bloom.
Yep, that was a good decision making coming in from the side of Team Azalea Bloom, taking out 3 of the members first before they start the Lord. And on top of that, since the jungler was gone for the side of Team WOT, they were able to get it without any contest at all. And not to mention, they have been safeguarding Max onto that carry since they know that she is gonna be the main melter, given that there were four of the front lines altogether, right? But oh my goodness, skirmishes onto the mid lane, 1-for-1 trade.
Exactly, the feather airstrike damage is so good, but meanwhile the Sora will be deleting out the Farsha over there. We know the damage coming from the carry, the Max will be melting down the hill, the really strong lady over there, and the Valentina is not stopping out there, and also they get some structures. Two of the frontliners are down, and that's pretty great, and only the freight train Lapulap and Sora will be defending out, and the team Azalea Bloom also only have the three of the members, but right now they're just trying to take down the inhibitors, and I guess they will be successful. But the Sora diving in into the team fight as well, the freight train going in, and we'll getting the shutdown onto the max from the freight train, but the Sora's ultimate over there, giving a lot of damage from the cloud form, and also the Grok is there, just to stop that. Wait, what? Grog just put the wall, and okay, and that's the thing, and we can see that the Farsha is getting chased by that Lapu Lapu, but with the flicker, she was able to, just go back again as oh, it was the Valentina, not the Farsha, and she was able to survive out from that Lapu Lapu.
There was too much interruption from both the teams with the tech charge, with the Cloudbuster from Sora and Valentina all together. There was just, even the taunt from Fredrine was a lot of, grounds for getting interrupted. So your skills will not matter much as of now. But Fanny, oh, Hilda, onto the tail. Your skate is gonna be getting taken out.
Exactly, that was good, ultimate used by the Hilda getting a kill on Stefani. But meanwhile, we can see the damage coming in from the Espetan onto the Farsa. But the carry will be melting down the Sora, and the Croc is there to give the support and sustaining out the whole damage, being like a SpongeBob absorbing everything. And the Max getting the double kill to the Lapu Lapu over there as well. He is not stopping out, he is melting them like a chocolate over there. And he then needs to back up. Also, the Hilda gets the shot, and only the Kimi will be surviving out. Kimi needs to back off right now because they have the frontliner, they have the damage dealers. Wall is coming from that Grok to stop out, but the Kimi had that, the first kill, so he was able to come back. But right now, the damage is so good from the carry, and right now, also we can see the Fedrin just spawn in. But the fact is, they were able to take down the three of the inhabited. That give the Azalea Blue more and more advantage because the team WOT, their base is wide open, and the second lot will be spawning soon. They have to clear out the lanes, but also they have to contest it. So it's like a 50-50 chance. Even if you go for a contest and if your members get down, it will be hard. But we can see a little bit of skirmish happening over there for the S-track coming from the far side, dealing a good amount of damage and joining them out. And they're starting with the lot dance from the Eurystica, and we can see the Sora is trying to give the vision and trying to dive in, but it's a very risky decision. Like if you're not able to get that lot, it's like waste. You're tying out. You are not able to defend out at this moment. But folks are continuously coming. Ooh, the Kimi dealing a good amount of damage, and the Farsha getting low HP. But right now the Sora diving in into the team fight, but the melt coming from the Max, it just melts him down. But the Farsha has been taken as well. The Grok,
The base.
but the base is wide open, and the Fanny is pushing
No.
that base right now. And with the help of the minions power and with the Fanny with the split push, the team Azalea Bloom gets the victory of this best of 3 series.
Oh my goodness, Azalea. That was, oh my god. Okay, they had two game plan. One was to take the Lord, but since WOT was out there defending, going for that Lord as well, contesting the Lord, Fanny, she just decided let's do a backdoor push, and she was able to get that. How did we not pay attention? Because that, oh my goodness, out there. But yes, kudos to Max. He did a lot of damage, especially with his Trinity build as well. And because of they were able to, get that big of a upper hand. But I would say WOT, they did give a lot of interruptions, even the Kimi as well. But they could have paid a bit more attention onto the map, which was quite a bit of a trouble for their side, which gave them. But overall, it was quite a really interesting best of three.
Exactly. Map awareness is very important. Meanwhile, they were busy fighting for the Lord. The Fanny is like, I'm just gonna go and finish up it. And that's the thing about me. And Fanny was moreover always focused on taking the objective, though he was not able to get that turtles, like many times. But the fact is, he was always there to split boost and take down the structures. And his main goal was, winning is more important than anything. And that was the thing. And also the minions, we cannot forget that are the main supporting character over there, just pushing that and breaking the best crystal. And that was really good from the team Azalea Bloom. They were really good with this team fights as well as strategies, and they were able to win this match. And also the picks was very interesting, and with that their strategy and everything, they were just they just win this match so nicely. And I just love the part Fanny was playing out like really really well. The strategy, the mindset was very like up to the point, like for his team.
Yeah, honestly, the Valentina worked out in a way that we were not expecting. She did give that, interruptions altogether. But yeah, the thing is for Valentina, if she had went for that, magic build, it would have been hard for Team Azalea Bloom to even stay into the team fight. The only reason they are surviving is because Valentina went for that tanky build altogether. Otherwise, when she gets that Sora or that Lapu Lapu ult, before she even uses that, before she even dives onto the game, she's gonna be melted out. She's gonna be having those interruptions. So going for a tank Valentina was a good choice out here. But altogether, that was the first best of three. We still got one more, and
Spend your hero
we'll be back with you for that match. Just
Marksmen
don't
who
go
pick
anywhere,
range-enhancing
and we'll be
fragments
taking
can
a short break.
safely deal damage from afar. And that's just the start. Countless other powerful fragments and combinations are ready for you to try. As rounds progress, the Annihilation Tide starts shrinking across the map. Heroes outside the tide take sustained damage. Master this mechanic, and it can swing the battle in your favor. For instance, heroes with knockback or displacement abilities can push enemies into the tide. Surprise your opponents and watch them struggle against the sustained damage. The new 3 vs 3 mode, Chaos Clash, is coming soon. With a variety of chaos fragments, every match brings a fresh experience. The shrinking zone adds fast-paced, thrilling action, and new map buffs further empower heroes. Exciting, innovative, and powerful new strategies await. Are you ready to try them all?
Clouds, follow my flow. The shifting cloud, witness our adventure!
Creators, streamers, and gamers. Listen. Do you wanna get famous? Well, now's the chance. We are kickstarting our journey with MOA 5v5 community, connecting creators, brands, and tournaments like never before. If you love content, collabs, and gaming energy, TactX is where you belong. Whether you create, sponsor, or host, TactX is your bridge to visibility and growth. Tactical solutions by gamers for creators, built for impact. Let's grow together.
A brand new mode is coming to MLBB, Chaos Clash! Team up in trios, begin at level 3, and fight on a fresh map with no minions or turrets. During the preparation phase, grab Chaos Fragments to boost your power. As the match goes on, the Annihilation Tide emerges, pushing the action to the limit. Here's a closer look at how this new mode works. Chaos Clash is a multi-round 3 versus 3 mode. Wipe out the entire enemy team to win the round. Teams lose HP each time they are defeated. If a team's HP drops to 0, they're eliminated. Rounds continue until only one champion remains. When there's an odd number of teams, one team will sit out the round. After certain rounds, heroes automatically level up and earn gold. Use this time to buy equipment and boost your power. All full equipment except boots costs 2,000 gold. From round 11 onwards, teams earn bonus gold. Adapt your loadout and strategy to stay ahead. At the start of each round, you will receive random chaos fragments that boost your power. You can also refresh fragments to re-roll their effects, with 2 refreshes per round. The game offers a wide variety of fragments, each with unique effects, so you can mix and match to create your own playstyle. For example, tank fragments make your hero tougher and deal damage back to attackers. Marksmen who pick range-enhancing fragments can safely deal damage from afar. And that's just the start! Countless other powerful fragments.
All right. Who's back for the game number 2? Another new best of 3 series. It's gonna be Team Nexus going against Team Epical Immortals. Surprisingly, Nexus, they have the first pick out here, and Epical Immortals, they have the second pick. Right off the bat, it's gonna be a 6-band system, and of course, already into the drafting phase. Again, it's gonna be your girl Zio and Celestia joining us once again.
Hello everyone, welcome back again, and here we are into another very interesting match with a very two pretty amazing teams, and it's gonna be again a best of 3, and already the bans are so good from both of the sides, just prioritizing those amazing heroes getting banned out. And the team Nexus, they got the chance to pick up the Jushin as well, and they were like smart enough to just ban out this Eve because Eve annoys the Jushin, and they were able to get this lady with the lantern into their hands because she is so good into the mid lane right now, especially for this front liners being annoying one, like just tossing them everywhere into the map and just not letting them roam very freely. But right now we are gonna see a Faramis and a Ruby pick.
Faramis is a really interesting pick, if I have to say. We do not see him much, but maybe they might have a bit of that game plan altogether. But yes, the Zushin is gonna be a bit annoying for them to deal with, especially in the early game, because she does have a lot of range altogether. And on top of that, if you pair that up with the Leomord and a Grok, that's a full-on chain CC waiting to annihilate you with the tech charge and of course Barbiel, Phantom Steed altogether, right? But Minotaur, another interesting pick we do not see. It's usually a Gatot Kacha or a Hilda or a Khalid altogether, but Minotaur, it works out well because we can see the vision that they're going here, right? The Nether Realm from Faramis, the I'm Offended from Ruby, and the Minoan Fury from the Minotaur. So AoE on top of AoE on top of AoE. That's a really good start for at least for me.
I mean, exactly. The Minotaur with the heal with that Immune Fury, even having that CC as well. The farmers will be there, using his ultimate over into the team fight, saving out the teammates as well. The Ruby with the, like, I'm offended, she will be able to catch on to those ones. But the fact is, right now, like, they are really chunky as well. They got this expert, the one who has a true damage. The last insanity popping in, he can melt down those frontliners, especially onto the Croc, and it's a really good pick for the side. And the team Nexus, they decide to cut that min setter, and the Mikey will be going with the Harriet having the mobility onto him, and he also deals a good amount of damage. And the Minceter with the King's Calling with the flicker combo, he will be able to mark onto the Faramis and not let him use his ultimate or just bait it out. So both of the teams are having a really pretty pick. But wait, I'm seeing Argus. Are they going with Argus? Wants to go EXP?
Argus EXP, huh? Interesting.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
okay. They're not gonna be going for the Argus. They're gonna be going for the Irrital instead. Irrital against the Harriet, yes, it is quite a good matchup, but there's a Mincitar, so you have to be careful, especially with his King's Calling. He definitely can interrupt all those AoE combo the team epical immortals are trying to go for. So they have to be careful. A bit, you know, the fact that Irithel did not pick up the Purify, especially when there is a Mincetar, quite a bold decision, if I have to say, with a Grok as well. So if this combo lands out perfectly, it might just be a full team wipeout for your side.
Exactly, that's the thing. And Irithel, though she has the mobility advantage, but the fact is, if the Mincetar goes with the flicker with the Earl, she won't be able to escape because the flicker, she won't be able to catch it because the Mincetar also, just fights everything. And the main thing for the Irithel will be with her positioning, because also there is a Grok with the tectonic charge she can type in, and she needs to be careful because she is the main damage dealer. And if she gets the shutdown, it's gonna be a little bit hard for like her teammates, because the Faramir deals damage, but the fact is not that good amount. Like Jushin, she's already there for your frontliners to disturb out a lot of times, so she need to be careful with the farm and everything. But yeah, both of the teams are looking pretty good with their picks, and already we are into the land of dawn, and we can already see into the middle lane a Pox coming in. And that's the thing about the Jushin with the lantern flare, she can like pick anyone, like especially for the frontliners, and not letting them roam or rotate properly. So that's the thing, and she has the damage, and you need to be careful around the Jushin. And the thing, when you're using Minotaur, you have the mobility, you have the system, but if there is Jushin, it's gonna be really annoying for you, to be honest. And right now both of the teams are just focused on getting their farm and clearing out the minions and getting the jungle creeps. And into the bot lane we can see damage coming in from the Minceter as well into the Ruby. But onto the top lane, the gold laners are just farming up like freely, but into the middle lane, the roamer and the middle laner is having fun with the pokes coming in, with the Grog dealing a good amount of damage with the Jusins, annoying pokes with the lantern flare, almost getting caught up from the farmies over there. But the Stevenson will be surviving out. But meanwhile, into the off camera, we can see that the Irithel was shut down by the height. Also, Mikey needs to be careful because the Xborg is there, but he is really good with his positioning, and early getting shut down is a really good thing because Irithel deals amount of good of damage, but also have to wait. And the height getting that thing from the early is really good, and he will be enjoying. Right now, they're into the river area. We can see that the neutral objective is spawning soon, and we are gonna witness out a first team fight, a first turtle dance over there, and as well a lot of team fight engages will be coming from both of the sides. So let's see who's gonna win the situation battle and secures the first turtle.
But right now, if we see Phantom Steed popped out by Leomord, King's Calling as well onto the back line. But that's the turtle getting out by Leomord in the 50-50 retribution battle, right? And still, Team Nexus, they are going for more onto the side of Team Epical Immortals. The Zushi definitely dealing a lot of damage, being a lot menaced. a little bit of those HP, but she's gonna be surviving. Paramis just right out of the bat. 3-0. That is a good start for the side of Team Nexus.
That was so good. The team fight. The objective was into the hands of the team Nexus. Followed by that, they got the three trades. The sustain the damage coming from the Grok was onto the point as well. The Minster diving in with his King's Calling as well. With this first kill, he was able to get under some people and he was continuously poking in. And that's the thing about the Minster. It's pretty annoying over there. Right now, onto the top lane, we can see a little bit of pokes coming in, and the Stevenson is providing a vision to his teammates as well. There's Faramis, so we might see a little bit of teammates into the river area because attention is building up in that area. But the fact is, right now Leomord is farming up, but we can see the world stopping of the Faramis and the Lantern Flare being annoying to the Faramis over there, dealing a good amount of damage and taking away his half of the HP. So he needs to be careful with this choosing again the Lantern Flare, just annoying for the frontliners. And also we can see the Minotaur is still not level 4, and who meanwhile the meat will be taking down the Faramis. Tectonic charge coming in with the Minotaur over there, and the Minotaur survives out. But no, the Jushin being annoying to the Minotaur with the Lantern of Flare. But no, Jushin needs to back up right now because there we can see the backup coming from the top lane. I'm offended has been used by the Ruby onto the mid over there. That was onto the point, but the backups coming from the team Nexus was good, and the mid was able to survive out. That was pretty well. Again, a trade into the hands of the team Nexus, and still the team Epical Immortals, they have to open their account book into their hands for the trades.
The crowd control from Zushin is just too much to deal with. They've been getting displaced too much out here. King's Calling wasted out by Minsitar, if I have to say. Might have been clutch moment for the side since the promise was there, but uncontested turtle for the side of Team Nexus. So that is two out of three turtle secured for their side, and so far they have a 4.3k goal lead onto their hands, which is not looking great for the side of Team.
Ooh, being very on the point. That was great. I thought the team Nexus was into the hard position, but no, the Jushin, the safe IC will be getting the double kill on the Irrital. What a damage coming from that Jushin as well, followed by the Grok in front, always sustaining and soaking up, the damage and not letting those to go for his backliner. They were able to get that 3 trades going their opponent's side and able to take the buff. But right now, the team Epical Immortals, they need to do something because time by time the farm is increasing and the team Nexus, they are leading with the goal right now, and they are getting the trades, objectives, everything into their hand. And the team Nexus, they are having a good time to get that map control into their hands. They are roaming out so freely, and even the Minotaur is trying, but the Jushin being annoying, the one always there, not let him farm properly. But the farm is ultimate already baited out, and the Minstar will be getting the kill onto the Alu Cutter over there, and the farm is taken down. Meanwhile, onto the bottom lane, the Jushin just clearing out this land with the help of the Harriet. 4-man rotation coming in, and we can see the meat just taking his buff and all stuff. And I guess the match is going pretty interesting. But onto the top lane, the Urita is trying to push and take down the first tier of the top lane, but the Leo mod, the meat goes into the correct time, but the Minotaur dives in and the Minsita will be getting the kill. And also the Jushin being annoying, the one with the Crimson Bacon over there onto the Ruby, getting just displaced over there, and the safe IC will be getting the kill. Also the Faramis needs to back up, only the Minotaur and the Faramis is there, but meanwhile the meat goes in. But the fact is that the turret has been taken down, so it's like a good thing for the team also. But the fact is already team Nexus are really good, and we can see the tonic charge coming in from the Grok as well. The Harry dealing a good amount of HP, and we can see the one of the member were taken down. The Lance of Flare still annoying, not letting the Minotaur go back as well. The Grok dealing a damage, and with that in really low HP, the Minotaur was able to just escape out. And also the last Insanity has been baited out again by the Leomord, and I guess it's gonna be again a free turtle for the side of the team Nexus.
Honestly, the amount of CC and interruptions that Team Nexus is providing is just too much for Team Epical Immortal to deal with as of now, because the Minsitar and his King's Calling is just too much. Even the Faramis and his Netherrealm is not working towards his side. So altogether, another skirmish, another team fight.
Ooh, the medium as well. The damage coming from the Leomon was so good as well. We can see see that Stevenson diving in. The Harry is not stopping. The Mikey is getting the kill. The double kill onto the Urethra with the Zaman for drop in dealing a good amount of damage and giving the mobility onto him with the Chrono Dash over there. He was able to take down, and also the Holy Blessings takes down from the Inhabited. That was great. Trade also, Objective also, and everything onto their hand. And the team Nexus, they are dominating and they are getting all the controls into their hand.
Honestly, popping out the Holy Shield before the 12-minute mark is not a good sign for your team altogether. But the whole of mid lane has been cleared out except for the inhibitor, of course. But oh my goodness, the hook!
The Minster hook with the King's Calling, just takes down the Ruby. The damage is so good. Though the farmers tried to give the backup, but the fact is, the Minster with the damage just takes down the Ruby. But meanwhile, onto the top lane, the Mikey is just taking down the tier turrets. The structures are falling one by one, and the team, Epical Immortals, they need to, just awake from their sleep right now. They have to see, but we can see the Jushin with being annoying with the Lantern of Flare, the Mutant Fury coming in. But with that, we can see the farmers has been taken down again, and Jushin is not stopping over there. But meanwhile, the expert taking down the Minsator into the bottom lane, like he was alone, and I guess the last insanity to get just dealt a good amount of damage and he was taken down. But meanwhile, we can see the Grog is starting a little bit of fight, but they're trying to just let that take down the mid lane Inhabited. Ooh, we can see the mid diving in, taking down the Ruby again. Oh my goodness, the Swift Icy takes down the Minotaur again with the Lantern Flare damage only. That's so good coming from the Jushin. I think Jushin might have good Sky Piercer or what, like she's doing a good amount of damage. And also, yes, with that, I guess the team Epical Immortals, they need to do something. They need to get the recall because everything has been taken away from their side, the turrets and everything. But again, we can see the pokes coming in again. The safe IC will be diving in. The farmers will be just getting shut down, and also the last insanity has been baited out, and also the Lord has spawned into the river area. And the team Nexus, they are not stopping over the mid into a really low amount of HP over there, survives out, and meanwhile Harris take down the second tier turret of the bottom lane.
Honestly, a 10k, 11k goal difference is too much of a big goal difference to even deal with. And not to mention, you've only have your inhibitor turrets remaining for your side. In this case, what I would do is not take any team fight, wait for your team to farm up, which is looking a bit more situational, a bit hard for their side to deal with. But looking at the itemizations as well, a huge difference, almost getting a 3 item lead for the side of Team Nexus. Alter just going around Team Epical Immortals, they can't really do much. Even if their whole draft is good, their execution is not looking great for the side.
Ooh, the tectonic charge coming from the Grog again, dealing a damage, and we can see that the Minster, the Super Jesus diving in with Unstoppable coming from the Mikey, the double kill from the Mikey onto the Urethra, the Zaman first, the Chronodas having the mobility, having the damage, he was able to get that double kill, and 2 of the members are down. Oh, it's the 3 of the members are down. Again, the mate is diving with his ultimate over there, the Mutant Fury coming from the Minotaur over there, trying to save out the bits, and the Minster, the Super Jesus getting the shutdown, but no, the Legendary coming from the meat onto the Minotaur. Minotaur has been taken the last, and Sanity coming onto the backline and trying to mark onto the Jushin. But meanwhile, with the push onto the best creature coming from the meat and the Lord, the first match victory goes to the side of the Team Nexus.
Pretty much one-sided match for the side of Team Nexus, if I have to say. Epical Immortals living up to their name so far, but it might be, they might be testing out the waters. We can't really say much, but the the fact that the Mincetar worked out in the EXP lane is quite uh you know quite commendable since we do not see the Mincetar much. But Mikey as well, right? Oh, that Herod. It's been so long since we've seen a Herod, but it's still working out for their side. Zushin as well. I mean, the amount of interruptions that she was giving, the amount of displacement that she was giving, and Grok, the tech charge, the disruptions was just too much for them to even handle it out. Minotaur, he did try his best, Xborg as well, but the farm difference was too much for them to even get a head start onto your side. Losing the turtle, three out of three turtle lost. That is not a good sign for the team. On top of that, they were out farmed, they were out rotated almost all the time, and because they were taking team fights here and there, they were not able to capitalize on the gold, onto the objectives as well. So it's a bit rough start for the side of Team Epical Immortals, but there is still a chance for redemption in the next match. Hopefully, we get to see it very soon.
Exactly, it's gonna be more like exciting. So we are going on a short break, and we will be right back soon.
A brand new mode is coming to MLBB Chaos Clash! Team up in trios, begin at level 3, and fight on a fresh map with no minions or turrets. During the preparation phase, grab Chaos Fragments to boost your power. As the match goes on, the Annihilation Tide emerges, pushing the action to the limit. Here's a closer look at how this new mode works. Chaos Clash is a multi-round 3 versus 3 mode. Wipe out the entire enemy team to win the round. Teams lose HP each time they are defeated. If a team's HP drops to 0, they're eliminated. Rounds continue until only one champion remains. When there's an odd number of teams, one team will sit out the round. After certain rounds, heroes automatically level up and earn gold. Use this time to buy equipment and boost.
Yep, after a very short break, we are back. Even the teams are not letting their guard down. And we welcome you back to the Winter Showdown Season 1. It's going to be the second match of the second best of 3 series. Team Nexus having the match point onto their hands. They just need one more win to advance to the quarterfinals. But before that, they have to deal with Team Epical Immortals. Right now, we are currently into the draft, and a respect ban for that Grok is definitely something you should be doing. Although we're seeing a lot of fast picks altogether. What do you have to say to Lester?
Yes, the picks have just started and they're already first taking out their heroes, which they like because I guess they don't want that hero get to ban out or to give to their opponents. But right now we are seeing the EXP lanes. The Alu Cutter will be going with the Yuzong, that's my favorite, the Black Dragon, and the Super Jesus will be going with the Benedetta. I mean, sometimes the Benedetta works well against the Yuzong, but sometimes it doesn't. And I mean, it's up to the players, but the Yuzong have a more advantage because he has sustain, he has the damage output, but the Benedetta has the mobility damage also. So it like more depends on the user. And but the fact right now we are seeing the Hylos with the Glorious Pathway and the Vexana with the Eternal Guard. We're gonna see some mobility, some damage coming in. But it's not gonna be the Vexana, it's gonna be the Aurora. I mean, Aurora, I haven't seen that much. I have seen only like pretty like few times only into the tournaments. But right now we are gonna see the Aurora after a very long time.
Hmm. Aurora in this matchup with a high loss is a bit questionable since Aurora does work well with the heroes who have AoE like the Tigreal, the Gacha altogether, but they might have a game plan altogether, right? But I guess when she uses her ultimate, it does slow them down a bit, but I am liking the Benedetta out there in the EXP. It's such a high mechanic hero, and if you play her right, she can basically go around, have that snowball effect on you altogether. So I'm curious about how this Benedetta is gonna be coming out. But right now we're gonna be seeing a Farsa going against an Aurora. Definitely she does have a bit more advantage because of range, and a Leomord pair with a Claude. The draft is looking really good for the side of Team Epical Immortals as of now against a Granger. Yeah, we gotta see an Irithel, but the last match Irithel did not live up to expectations. So this time, I hope there is a redemption from their side.
Exactly. And we are seeing that SpongeBob SquarePants are they going with the I mean not SpongeBob, sorry, with that Cyclops onto the jungle, or it's gonna be the Uranus? Like what it's gonna be into the jungle because it's gonna go onto the jungle, and I guess they're locking with the Uranus over there. I mean. They have someone to dive in to mark onto the pack liner with the Chow over there, and also the Benedetta, with her final blow, and they have the rage, the burst damage coming from the Farsha. As if the Granger gets the early snowball, he's gonna do his work like pretty well. He's the best marksman, and with the Uranus standing out, he is like something. You need something specially for the Uranus to melt him down. So yeah, both of the teams have a pretty good pick, but also the team Epical Immortals, they have this damage dealer, they have the mobility sustainer, also to like dive into backliners. There is a Hayabusa, there is a Yuzong, so both of the teams have a like pretty good picks onto their hands right now. So let's see what's gonna happen into this match. Either the Nexus will be again taking away the point and getting the victory, or the team Epical Immortals, they're gonna become immortal into this match and gonna get the points back again into their hands and proceed towards the next third round.
Yep, of course, that's what we're gonna be deciding on. For this match is gonna be a match point for the side of both the teams. One's gonna be defending, one's gonna be getting that 2-0, or who knows, 1-1, 2-1. But we'll see about that. Right now, Uranus jungle, I guess it works out because you already have an EXP laner who deals damage, so you would want to go for a utility onto the jungle altogether. But right now, Aurora with the Chow, a lot of pokes coming in, and not to mention the Farsa as well. Hayabusa, getting interrupted around here and there.
Exactly. The Farsha has the damage as well. The Hayabusa is farming up. Ooh, the Benedetta is over there. I guess she was trying to cut the lane. I guess there was already a backup coming from the Hayabusa as well. There's a Yuzong, so he was not able to do that much. But right now onto the jungle area, we can see a little bit of skirmish coming in into the blue buff of the Hayabusa. There's a Farsha, there's a Chow, so there might be something going on, but the Uranus
Oh,
just right now. But meanwhile, we can see the damage coming from the Hayabusa right now. But the Chow just gets saved up. But we can see the Aurora giving the damage. But no, again having the mobility onto the Chow. He just back up in round once he using a second skill over there, and that's a pretty amazing start from both of the sides. So I'm wondering, did the Hayabusa lose his like blue buff or not?
yes, he did. He did. Losing the blue buff in the early game, especially when you're a buff dependent hero, is a really hard choice for you to be. But Super Justin, Super Jesus, he's gonna be surviving that blow. Interestingly enough, but it does mean that Team Nexus, the Team Epical Immortal, they won't be having the time to contest the turtle if Team Nexus decides to start it as of now. But Hayabusa, we see a Farsa in the bush as well, trying to maybe look for a kill around here and there, waiting for the jungler patiently. But Guardian, yes, that is the main job of Tang, right? To go around check the bushes, but still no fights coming up so far, although the teams they might just be in a position to start with the turtle.
Hmm. I mean, the Team Nexus starting with the turtle contest over there as well. The Hayabusa is level 4. The Farsha with the Feather Airstrike dealing the damage. Ooh, the Yuzong into severe amount of HP gets the first blood from the ship Icy over there. But right now we can see the turtle. Ooh, the Retribution coming from the mates. Get the first objective also. The Stevenson will be getting the kill onto the Hylas as well. The Uranus will be getting the kill onto the Hayabusa. And the Bandita survives in the low HP as well. The double kill coming from the Uranus taking down the Aurora. Objective check onto the point, threat check onto the point, and again they are going into the jungle area and taking away the crypts of the Hayabusa. But the Yuzong is there to punish out the Chow. But no, he gets the shutdown, though the Uranus was there to say about his teammate. But right now he also needs the backup because the Hayabusa is there farming up as well. The Hylos and the Yuzong is not letting the meat like just go back easily with the Aurora with the Frigid Glacier over there. Ooh, the Hylos with the like Rose Puppy giving the mobility to his teammates. But the fact is the Benedetta just decides to dive in and just shut down with the Hylos with the final blow damage coming up.
Honestly, it's a Uranus. You should not be chasing that guy unless you have everything. But that is a Ogi Shadow kill immune by Granger and the Flicker altogether right on time. But of course, a Feathered Airstrike zone them out, and Yuzhong would be getting out in the hands of Benedetta onto the bottom lane, which means it's not looking great for the side of Team Epical Immortal. Once again, look at all the interruptions given up by Team Nexus altogether. There's absolutely no way that you would want to go after a Uranus, so it's just better you focus yourself on the Benedetta, on the Granger, because once they get that farm, it's really hard for you to keep up with them. Because let's be honest, Granger, a farmed Granger, too much.
Exactly, but ooh, the glorious path coming in with the way of the dragon as well. The Sif, I say, with the feather astracts, shut down the the Eretal as well. She like there. Benedetta was taken down, but it was like 1-for-1 trade, and also like shutting down the Eretal is more important because she will be giving that damage spike. But with that, we can see into the jungle area, a little bit of pokes are coming, and the Stevenson providing a vision and going into the jungle area every single time he's there. With his mobility having the advantage, and also we can see the objective is into the river area. So I guess already the team Nexus, they have a little bit of an advantage onto their hands already. With that, the Granger is getting that damage. The Mikey will be getting the kill onto the Slayer with the final blow coming from the Benedetta, and the Granger securing the kill. And that's the thing about the Granger, if he gets the snowball, he's very dangerous, like having the mobility, having the range and the damage output. But the Yuzong going with the Black Dragon from onto the Chow, and right now he's going for that Mikey, but also he needs to back off right now. The Benedetta diving in with the damage, the Frigid Pleasure coming in from the Aurora, the Feather Astrac coming from the far side with the Flicker over there trying to mark onto the Yuzong, but no, the Chow will be diving in with the Way of the Dragon onto the Hayabusa. The Ryland has been taken down as well as Stevenson get the touchdown by the Aurora. But do the damage coming from the Granger with the Rhapsody over there takes down the retail.
Oh my goodness, the chain damage that's coming in. I don't know what Yuzhong was doing there, but right now his positioning is not that really great. All of us, yeah. Altogether, Yuzhong, he needed to mark the backline, but the thing was in that team fight, he was not able to find out who to mark because they were just going around altogether. High loss did waste out on his glorious pathway onto the Benedetta. But look at Meat though, he's just going around. He's a Uranus. He's not even afraid of the turret. He can just heal, right? The more damage you do, the more heal he's gonna be getting. But we gotta shut down from Mikey. Still a killing spree. So 1-for-1 trade. Goal difference of 7k in the hands, not 7, 5k in the hands of a Team Nexus. Once again, and neutral objectives secured up as well.
That was great. The trade as well, the objective is into their hands again. And the Team Nexus, they are having their good time, having the advantage more and more, getting the objectives, taking down the structures, going to the jungle area of the Team Epical Immortals. But right now, Chow into a bad position. We can see the Ogi Shadow coming from the Hayabusa as well. The Feather Astrac was there to give the damage, but no, the Hayabusa's Ogi Shadow kill had the damage and takes down the Chow. We can see the Bandita diving with the final blow over there. That was so good. Super Jesus takes down the Irate. No, the damage coming from the Aurora first skill. The Super Jesus gets the shutdown, but the use of that, his skills was so onto the point. He was able to take down the main damage dealer, and that's the motive he, just get into himself, and it was pretty well. But meanwhile, it's the mid lane, the Meat having assisted. He's just, like, I'm not scared of anyone. I'm just gonna push the turret, and he's there. And with the Feather Astrac coming from the damage from the far shot, takes down the Rylan over there. The Hayabusa has been taken down as well. The Meat is already very, very safe, and they might be able to take the second tier turret down. But also the Hayabusa's buff is getting stolen out from the early. Again and again, creeps are getting stolen out, so it's not a really good call for him because his jungler is really having a bad time every single time. He is really low onto his farm. Right now onto the bottom lane, again a team fight coming up. The Hylas is really a low 4-man rotation coming up. The glorious pathway giving the mobility, but the Feather Astrac dealing a damage, and the Mikey will be shutting down the Hylos.
4 versus 1 against a tank, and you decide to get away. I mean, honestly, he was a tank, but he got melted out because of the because of the goal difference as well. But I have to say Benedetta is doing a really good job or going around diving around everything, and not to mention Hayabusa, he has just been stripped off of his buffs, of his farms altogether, that he can't really do much. On top of that, they nerfed his second skill range, which is really hard to get around as well. So Hayabusa in this case is a really hard no going for the side. The Lord is up onto the top lane, and Team Epical Immortals just too low behind the gold, the economy to even go for the contest. But if Hylos goes in, I don't know, it might be a mistake from their side.
Yeah, it's exactly with the final blow coming from the Benedetta with the glorious pathway coming from the Hylas, giving the mobility, and the using will be diving with that Black Dragon from the Feather Ash track coming in, and he's marking on to the Granger, and the safe Icy gets the shutdown with the Hayabusa going in with the Ogi Shadow Kill, and right now the Super Jesus will be punishing out the Yuzong. The lot secured to the Team Nexus, and the damage coming from the Granger with the Rhapsody over there. The meat is soaking up all the damages onto the Hylas, getting the shutdown by the Mikey over there. The meat is not stopping over there. The damage is so good. Also, the Flicker has been already baited out, and it will be the double kill for the Mikey onto the Aurora. That was great. Trade check, objective check, and everything is on to the point. But no, the Super Jesus is not stopping over there, going with the final blow onto the base inside. But oh, he is getting a kill onto the Irrital, and the Ogi Shadow Kill shuts down the Benedetta. But the fact is, their marksman, the damage dealer, who is supposed to defend out this lord, has been taken down.
But still, they should be able to come out in time to defend that Lord altogether, unless they get a wipeout.
Ooh, the Feather Strike did the damage. Was so good. The Hayabusa was taken down. The using diving in with the Black Dragon from trying to mark onto the Mikey. The damage coming in, and the Grangers gets the shutdown over there. That was a pretty good thing. But right now, Meats needs to back off. He's really alone. He has a sister. The fact is, the damage coming from the base as well. The using the Alu Cutter just cut him down inside the base.
Overextension from the side of Team Nexus just led to them having a major economy crash from their side. The gold difference has been lowered to 3k as of now, and the fact that the main damage dealers, the Granger, was taken out, and the Benedetta as well, they were going on diving just too much, honestly, with no teammates, with no minions, which might be an honest mistake from their side as well. But Hayabusa, he definitely has started to get a bit more motivation onto their side with the Yuzhong as well. But oh my goodness, it was short-lived.
Exactly, that was the thing. The Benedetta diving with the Feather Air Strike, dealing a damage. The user was taken down. And the Mikey again gets a shutdown onto the Hylos. The damage coming from the Rhapsody was good, but the fact is, Irrital also gets the kill right now. But the thing is, two of the members are down, and one is from the side of the Team Nexus. And also, the turrets, it's falling down one by one. The structures are really important when, because the minions, it's gonna be the super minions. 12 minutes, it's already like half past by. As well with the Lord, it's gonna be like a little harder. The minion waves will be stronger and more faster, and also one by one your like structures are falling down. And again, if your inhibitors also falls down, the base will be like wide open, and that will be a really bad thing, because you have to decide, you have to go to the contest, or either take down 2 or 3 members and go to the contest, or either just stay there and defend out and wait for the opponent to come up. Anything can happen. But right now, again, we can see another team breaking in. The Feather Air Strike, the Mikey dealing a damage and shuts down the Yuzhong, who is supposed to mark onto the pack landers, but he's not present at there. But the mate is diving into the base, like soaking up the damage. And the Team Nexus, they're trying to just take down those structures over there. The Benedict diving in with the final blow, the Glacier coming from the Aurora, but no, the Relin will be getting shut down from the meat, though the Mikey was taken down. But the fact was, the meat was able to take down the jungler as well. We can see again a Feather Air Strike coming from the far shot, dealing a damage, and they are focusing on trying to take down some inhibitors and try to just clear out those minion waves. And also they're trying with the strategy so they will be able to go for the Lord very easily and contest out like very easily the Team Nexus.
Yep, but at this time they should really focus on the Lord right now instead of going around and fighting more. But I guess they can go for force end as of now since their irrital is already gone. So they could definitely do that, but if it did airstrike and a fly dragon form, oh my goodness, overextension once again.
Exactly, for the airstrike was there, but the damage coming from the Hayabusa as well, the Black Dragon, the Farsa was taken down, the Frigid Glacier has been already popped out from that Aurora. The Hayabusa diving and trying to mark onto the Super Jesus, but also the fact is the Team Nexus, I mean, they are having an advantage, but you should not be that much reckless, always not prioritizing your objective, because the fact is, if your like damage dealers get shut down, and if the members are able to take you down, only the frontliners won't much do anything. So also they have to keep in mind, like they should not always play around the game, like one again, and they have to like just end the match and be there, because anytime a comeback can happen. The Lord is on the side of the Team Nexus right now, the Glorious Path coming in, the Way of the Dragon coming, but the Ryland will be getting the kill onto the Super Jesus, the Yuuzhan diving in with the Black Dragon from onto the Granger right now, but the Team Immortals, they need to back up, but ooh, the Alucard gets the kill onto the Granger, and the damage dealer, double kill coming from the Yuuzhan. He's not stopping there, he got a double kill, but right now he needs to back up. The meat is dealing a damage, also the Farsha is low onto the HP, and the Lord is marching from the middle end, but the fact is they don't have their damage dealers, so what can they do? They just need to back off and just clear out the minion waves, and the fact I was talking about is this is the thing.
Discipline, right? Discipline is necessary for to be really to really have a breeze onto the game. Looking at the builds as well, almost all of them are completed. Uh, the Eddie Heals has been bought, of course. Uranus has the full build, so it's almost up to the stretch till the last minute. And Granger, it seems like he's buying the Blade of Despair altogether. But right now, top lane, Hylos getting chased down. Nowhere to escape, and he's gonna be getting out. But yes, both the teams, I have to say, both the teams are lacking in their discipline around the objectives quite a lot, because Team Nexus, they have been dragging out the fight too much. Even if the Lord was up for a long time, they could have ended the match already, but they were not able to. Like the Stevenson trying to go around without any of your teammates nearby. Another bad call for the side.
Ooh, that was a really great thing about the Irithel taking down the Super Jesus, but the Feather Airstrike coming from the Farsha deals the damage, but the Farsha needs to be careful because the Irithel can get that damage. But meanwhile, the Mikey gets shut down again into the river area, and the mate is alone over there. He needs to back up. He has the system, but the fact is they also have the damage, and the Farsha also needs to back up. I mean, they are overextending the fight so much. The fact is also the Team Immortals, they are getting the damage, and the Alu Cutter is playing out well. And this is the thing, you are a mage and you has the damage, but the marksman has more, and she get her HP back again, and that's the mistake you did, and you were like taken down, and you should be like more focusing on to just end the match and take the objective. But right now overextension is the thing, and the Team Immortals, they are getting the damage, they are getting the momentum into their hands. So the Team Nexus, guys, wake up again, and you have to do it right now. But you cannot lose like this, and you have to again come into your track. But right now we can see the damage coming in from the Slayer, takes down the second tier turret of the Milan. They are dealing a good amount of damage. The Super G just just decided to dive in with the final blow, tries to back up, but the Irithel with the damage just takes down the Super Jesus. But no, the immortality pops in for the survivor, but the Yuuzhan will be diving in onto the damage, giving onto the Granger. The Mikey using the Wind of Nature to survive out the Feather Airstrike coming from the Farsha, just letting the Yuuzhan to back up. But no, the Rhapsody damage coming in, and the Mikey will be getting a shutdown. But meanwhile, the meats get the shutdown by the Hylas. It's off camp. That was great. But no, the Super Genius will be diving in onto the Aurora. No, it was the Chow, and the Ogi Shadow coming and also the Farsha gets shut down, but also the Rhapsody, the damage from that Granger was able to take down the Irithel. But right now the Granger is not stopping. The Glorious Pathways onto the point, giving the mobility. The Irithel standing in front of there, but no, the Granger needs to back up. The Mikey deals a good amount of damage, but no, the Chow gets shut down. The Slayer getting the double kill, melting down two of the members, and only the two and the one people are surviving out. I guess the Irithel will be starting with the Lord Dance over there, not wasting out any time. But the fact is there is the Benedita as well. There's Hylas is still out, so it's gonna be really interesting. But no, the Team Immortals, they just decided to pack up for now.
Oh my goodness, Slayer getting Slayer slaying everyone now. But that's the problem with farm the Irito, and they kind of underestimated her altogether. But yeah, it's gonna be hard for them to have a comeback now because even though she's a lot slippery, and on top of that, she has a wind of nature altogether this time, and they have the control over the map, over the lord altogether. Even though having the full farm, full build as well, that wind of nature got sold out. She was, it was just a safety measure for the side, but honestly, right now Granger can't really do much as well unless they can secure the Lord altogether. Hayabusa looking for a way to, secure the Lord, but he gets marked down by Chao. Still a battle for the retribution, and Meat will be taking that Lord, which is not a good option. But they can still fight for it. They can still, go back all the way to the back line. Ah, my goodness.
Farsha gets down to set down. The mate is sustaining a lot out of damage, but meanwhile, the Benedicta is clearing out the minion waves that takes down the inhibited, and the minions are there. Ooh, and the team Immortals needs to back up again, but I guess it's not gonna be the same fact with the Fanny, but the Super Jesus needs to back up. We can see the Winter Crown popping in from that. Right line also the Super Jesus, and he has been taken down. That was a good move, but not that much because the map awareness was onto the point from the team Immortals. But right now, the mic is low to the HP as well. We can see the Dragon coming in from that, Chao, the way of the dragon takes down the Aurora as the Lord there. The team 3 of the members are there to defend out, but the fact is also that team Nexus, they have the people, but right now the Alu Cutter is getting chased by, and they're focusing on take down the Yuzong, but the Yuzong has a lot of sustain, a lot of damage, but he uses ultimate at the correct time, and he needs to back off from there to go with his teammates right now because 3 of the members are done. But again, he is there, just his ultimate also has been popped out, and already a damage coming in from that Uranus over there as well. At Chao, he needs to back off, he needs his team to go and reunite with them, so he won't be taken down. But the fact is, the faster damage coming from the feather airstrike deals a good amount, but also the team Nexus need to back off. 2 of the inhibited is down, 1 is surviving, but still the team Immortals, they are able to defend out.
At least the residue is helping Yuzhong, getting all those heals up altogether, regeneration. But the fact that the game is already so much into the late game, and both the teams, they're just, trying their best to end the game altogether. I have to say the blame would be on for the side of Team Nexus because they were delaying the first Lord, even could have, gotten 2 Lord at the same amount of time that they were delaying, and because of that, Irito got the farm, and it's hard for them to catch up on the Irito anymore. On top of that, even if they have a lot of damage, it's just that Team Epical Immortals, they're starting to riot back. They're not just not able to even get their hands still. The slither of HP from Granger just escaping. Still another fatal mistake, and that too near the Lord. Oh my goodness, it might just be the end unless they make another mistake, of course.
The Aurora was left. I feel really pity for the Aurora, the Hylas as well. They're using backup, but right now the Irithel shuts down the Farsha. The Grace pathway has already popped out, and the team Immortals, they are doing pretty great. They have the Hylas assistant as well. The Yuzong is doing his work quite great, sustaining out, trying to mark onto the pack liners. He's the one being annoying for the team Nexus right now. But the fact is that the Lord Dance has started from the side of the team Immortals, and the Chao is giving a vision, and Meat is there to dive in. But the fact is, the Meat needs to go very near the Lord again. But I guess the retribution battle will be there again. But no, the Ryland will be getting the Lord for the team into this time, and the Glorious Path coming in. Super just diving in onto the Slayer, and the Slayer has been taken down as well. We can see the Yuzong with the Black Dragon trying to mark onto the Mikey, and the Ryland needs to back off. He's really low onto the HP, but the Granger will be coming in right now with this damage. He already got the immortality onto himself. Oh my god, the Stevenson low onto the HP, but the Alu Cutter is there to deal amount of damage. But the Granger coming for the backup deals the damage onto the Alu Cutter, and the Yuzong needs to back up. The Lord is there, and it's an advanced Lord. The team Nexus needs to save out, but ooh, the damage coming from the Aurora shuts down the Chao, who is really low onto the HP, and he gets taken down. And also we can see that Benito diving in with the final blow, but the Frigid Glacier coming in just freeze it down, and he has been taken down with the Feather Astra coming in from the far shot. Deals a good amount of damage, but no, the Alu Cutter is surviving out again and again. The Growth Pathway giving the mobility to the team right now. The mate is diving in to soak up the damage onto the Aurora, marking him, but also the Granger needs to be careful as well. The Farsha over there because they have the Hayabusa, and the Aurora gets a shutdown, but no, the immortality pops. No, it was the passive, and the Rylan gets a shutdown by the Granger from the off cam, and also the Aurora low onto the HP. She needs to back up, but the backup comes at the right time. The meat into a really bad positioning, getting the Meltdown Brom. The retail, the immortality pops in though, but no, he won't be able to survive there. He is getting the HP again and again, but the region is there, but the immortality is giving the damage. The glowest pathway, and the retail just shuts down the meat, and also the team Nexus were able to defend out. But the fact is, the team Epical Immortals, they make the comeback, and they're doing really great.
No mistake from the side of Team Epical Immortals as of now. All the mistakes from the side of a Team Nexus. I have to say that both the teams, they are just going around having those missions. But the thing is, for the side of Team Nexus, they have been giving the farm too much onto the Airtel that they are not able to even get their hands on her. On top of that, we get two Sky Piercers from Aurora and Hayabusa, which is dealing a lot of damage. Not to mention, we are not, getting any of that countermeasure from the side of Team Nexus, which might be a problem, especially when they're dealing this much damage. Farsa, I think she could go for the immortality or at least a Winter Crown to help her survive a bit more. And apart from that, her Feathered Airstrike is gonna be the main point for the side of Team Nexus to have their zone take around. But we have Yuzhong trying to go after Icy. Look at that.
Ooh, the Icy survives out with the help of the immortality, but right now the Yuzhong diving in with the Black Dragon from onto the Chow, and he uses Flicker, but no, the Alucard, with the passive, he was able to take down the Chow, one of the members down, and the Lord is still there, and it's an advanced Lord, and getting it will be the advantage. But right now the Slayer just melts down the Benedita. The Super Jesus gets shut down. Two of the members are down, and they are quite low in their number of members. But I don't know why the team Immortals are starting with a lot. Only two of the members are down. Only the three are surviving out. 2 damages and the one who is sustaining out. But I guess they're just trying to clear out the minion waves and just waiting for it right now. But yes, they're starting with the Lord Dance over there onto the river area with the Rylan over there, and also the team Nexus. They won't be able to contest out. The mate is trying to chase onto the Irithel, but I guess he shouldn't do that because Irithel got the immortality as well. Irithel has the damage, and with that, I guess the team Immortals, they will get the Lord for themselves very easily. The mate is trying to chase again and again to the Irithel, and Irithel with the cat over there just hovering around here and there, and with that they got the Lord for themselves again, and the team Nexus need to defend out, and it's an advanced lot. It's not gonna be the easy like a first lot, and also the minion webs are there, and it's gonna be strong, and it's already 27 minutes into the game. So just imagine the Irithel is gonna give a lot of damage. The using is there to mark on your backline, so they need to be really careful about their positioning, and as well the initiations they will be taking in to defend out the slot.
27 minutes into the game, and both the teams are not looking to end it anywhere near. I mean, what are we looking at right now? The marching in from the top lane from the side of Team Epical Immortals, and Nexus trying to defend it out with their full might. Just too much. Super Jesus out here on that Benedetta. She had her time. She had her time in the early, but around late it's just too tanky for them. She can't even go around with the backline, dive into the backline. So, but it might be a game over for the side.
The airstrike coming in from the Super Icy over there as well. The Mikey takes town. The Yuzong, two of the members are done, but Aurora will be getting the kill. And right now there is a Lord, there is a Minions, and the Team Nexus needs to defend out the Retail, dealing a good amount of damage. The closest pathway giving the mobility, and the Misano will be getting the kill onto the Mikey, getting the shutdown onto the damage dealer as well. We can see the Feather Airstrike coming in, shuts down the Aurora, and they need to back off only the Retail as well. The Hylis is surviving out. The Team Nexus, they were able to defend out, but right now, so looking at the situation, both the teams are like in a really same shoes. They don't have the inhabitants, only the one inhabitant standing. And the fact is, right now the Team Nexus, they need to do something as well, the Team Immortals, to win this match. And it's already 20th minute, but the killing spree coming from the shift IC onto the Irrital with the further aspect damage over there. Only the Hylis is surviving out. He's sustaining, and I guess the Team Nexus, they can push it out, but also the Team Immortals, they will be spawning soon into a very few seconds.
Honestly, I have to say, Team Epical Immortals, they were winning, and Irithel, I think she got a bit too overconfident. She jumped in when someone was dealing damage. There were three of them all together. And she, even if she does deal a lot of damage, she's just so squishy. So it was kind of an overextension from the side of Team Epical Immortals as of now. Now, if Team Nexus does not take this chance to take on that Lord and end this game, it's gonna be a really frustrating match for me to watch, at least because I've seen this team make too much mistakes out there. And finally, their redemption. Hopefully, it just works out for the side.
Exactly. The mobility was onto the Hylas, but the fact is the Chow diving with this, the Dragon Way, and they were able to take down the Alu Cutter, who was being annoying for them. Right now, the Nexus, one of the member are down, so they have the number advantage into their hands, but the minion waves are there. So I guess the Team Nexus, they will be deciding to take this advanced Lord for themselves, which will be a pretty good choice because Irithel is there to melt down, but the Super Jesus is staying over there, providing the vision, what's going into the, the base area of the side of the Team Immortals. And right now, she's trying to mark onto the backline. Now, already, we guess the final blow hasn't popped in, but the Team Nexus starting with the Lord over there. The Hylis is there to provide the vision, but the Feather Astra coming in the Rhapsody damage right now.
Of course, at least they were able to take out two more person, right? 70 seconds onto the cooldown clock. That's a lot. If it's gonna be the final stretch, if you get taken down there, here, it's gonna be game over for you. But right now, it's a bit of a disadvantage for the side of Team Epical Immortals because it's a 3 versus 5 situation for the side. They have the Irithel, but I think she can get marked down quite easily. Although Hayabusa trying to maybe go for, but the Ogi Shadow kill won't be dealing much of a damage. For that airstrike popped out for defense. Lord, enhanced Lord in the base, and hopefully they should be able to end this game unless Chow.
And we can see that the Super Jesus takes down the Aurora, the Dragon going into for the backliners, but the Lord is there. They need to defend out. The Hayabusa is low onto the HP, but the Super Jesus getting the double kill. Irithel gets the shutdown, killing spree coming from the Mikey. The user has been taken down. 5 members wiped out with the S-Strike. The recall spam coming from the Team Nexus over there. And with that, 5 members are down, and they will be pushing out very easily. The Hyla spawn in, so what to do? He cannot defend out. And with that, the Team Nexus wins the best of 3 series, and they are proceeding towards the next round. This match was quite long for us. You were right. 32 minutes we were like there, non-stoppable. And both of the teams were making the comeback for themselves. First, Nexus, they were dominating, and somehow Immortals make the comeback, and we thought the Immortals gonna win this match for themselves, but no, again the Nexus come back to their track again and again, back and forth, and it's a half hour match, and finally the Team Nexus gets the victory for themselves.
Honestly, that was such a long match to deal with, right? But yeah, there were a lot of mistakes given out here and there for both the teams, but I am very glad that they were able to get a 2-0 clean sweep onto their side. But I think they can definitely work on their discipline as well. For the side of Team Eternal epical immortals. Iruto, she did a great job. She was able to, get that farm. She was able to get all those skills onto herself. And Yuzhong as well, he finally kind of had the hang of, who to mark with. But I think the main problem was maybe because of the high loss altogether. He was around the map a bit too alone. So I think they could work on that as well, right? He's a Roma, they can roam out all together. But that was a really interesting match that we got to see. It was a 2-0, and we still have two more best of three at night, at 8 p.m. tonight as well. So for now, I think we are gonna be taking our leave, and we'll see you back in the evening.
Chaos Clash is